Hello, everybody. Welcome to the next session of From Nothing, Lorna's story. We're going to pick up right where we left off, right after a fight with a Merkmaw Hydra. As we get back into it, you are in this clearing of the woods. We're going to use the, goodness gracious. You'd think I'd have a better organized, situation
I
here.
believe me.
There we go. As Tier is dissecting this Hydra, getting into its bits and meats to try and find useful materials, and also, particularly, its poison glands.
Mm-hmm. Very crucially, that is what we need more than anything else. But bonus wouldn't hurt.
I'd like you to roll me a D100.
Okay. 24?
Okay, please roll me a D20.
17?
17. It is tedious work. Tier is, well, he's skilled at breaking down a carcass or cutting into the corpse of a monster. That being said, there is a lot of meat on this monster. And as he's working at it, Tier is having this difficulty where the monster's corpse is still magical. And as he's cutting into it, he, kind of glances up at you, and he says, I know it's dead, but if one of its heads, whilst it's dead, hits the ground, do you think it will still do the thing?
We could make the ground less soggy.
Do you have a device for that?
Sort of. Mold earth? She kind of looks at Anscombe. Do you think that would work? Do you think we could pack the ground more tightly to remove some of the water?
I don't see why it's not worth trying. We might just...
'Cause we both have mold earth, so we could both be doing that.
Yeah, we can. Yeah, hold on, Tier. Let us see if we can make this less likely to be a pain in the ass.
Preferably.
So you start casting Mold Earth. Describe what it is you're trying to do with Mold Earth.
Basically, when you take a washcloth that's wet and you wring it by compacting it all together to
I think
make
I'm
it so
familiar
tight
with the concept.
that the liquid is being pushed. There's no place for the liquid to exist in the solid spaces. So if they compact the earth, really press it together, it'll basically wring out the water, or at least disperse it to different locations.
Okay. Yeah. Roll me a spellcasting check. And we'll do the same for Anscombe. Anscombe rolled a natural 20.
Wow. And I rolled a natural 6 for an 18, so it wasn't so bad.
Together, you pack the soil beneath the grass here. With a natural 20, Anscombe raises the soil into almost like a gradient so that the water flows down into other parts of the area. As that's happening, Tier watches it happen, and he says, okay. Yeah, it looks a little bit more, dry. Dry enough that a fucking Hydra might not just sprout out of it like a dandelion. All right. And he gets back to working, and you realize he asked that question because in order to get to the poison glands, he has to cut each head off to get into the actual main torso of the Hydra. And it is bloody. It is messy. Remarkably, though, Tier is keeping himself remarkably clean. You're not actually sure how he's doing it.
How are you doing that?
You cut away from yourself, and you cut on the side so that the blood flows down. It doesn't... It's not It's a little counterintuitive, but, you know, it's a lot easier to see when you're not swimming through muck.
Sure.
And he just keeps working. Now that he has explained the means by which he is being a professional ranger, I need you to roll me another d20.
Sure. Six.
6. Okay. While Tierra is working, what is Lorna doing? Just hanging out?
She knows that. Let me see if I have the spell slot for this. I do. She knows that she wanted to, that poor undead person in the desert who she accidentally released a demon lord trying to free.
Mm-hmm.
She knows that he has a daughter in Kona, and it has been on her mind to speak to her and let her know the fate of her father, or that he's finally at rest and it's not just up in the air ambiguous anymore. But she realizes that to go to Kona herself for that visit would just really take them out of the way. So she has been considering sending a sending to this woman to by the way, your dad is, he's no longer with us. I don't think she's going to do that right now. I only have a 4th level spell slot to do this, and I feel like it would take more than one spell slot to have like a proper conversation instead of just dropping and being like, "Hi, Miranda." I'm pretty sure that was the name of the woman. Your dad is dead. Um, I figured she'd be like, "What?" and I want to ask clarification. So Lorna is kind of idly thinking about what to say, maybe tomorrow or on another day where she doesn't expect to be using a lot of 3rd level spell slots. But her mind is kind of dwelling on how to best give this woman closure.
Okay.
She's just kind of idly thinking about that and staring at the tree line just on like a pseudo watch. She's not really paying attention, but
Okay. Roll me perception.
okay. Pretty good. 22. I guess she's paying more attention than I thought.
Yeah.
Maybe it's because they have an assassin after them at regular intervals.
It could be something like that. As you are looking at the tree line, with a 22, you notice something.
Oh.
Now, you're really the only one looking out. Anscombe is, like, trying to help Tier. Like, he's pulling bits of meat away while Tier is cutting into it. Nore is having a conversation with Skolna.
Oh.
Very quietly.
Any gauge in the temperament or mood of that conversation?
Roll an insight.
Okay. No, they're both pretty good at that, but maybe they're focusing more on each other than Lorna's prying eyeballs. 19.
You get the impression that Nore is in a diatribe, having a monologue, as if she's maybe trying to explain something, but
Sure,
she's doing
maybe why she's so constrictive of her emotions. Maybe that's what I would assume.
You cannot read Skolna.
Well, yeah, and Skolna is also not usually an active participant in a conversation.
Frequently, no. She is a good listener, they hear.
Okay, well, she'll file that away for later.
A moment, please.
A thing that I see.
Yeah, you see a thing. I'm going to move things around a little bit here before I move you to this map, so you can see what it is that you see.
Hopefully it's friend-shaped. It so rarely is.
It so rarely is, but it might be. Okay, so you... your team took a heroic recovery, didn't they?
Lorna is... I think she might have been untouched that whole fight, because she was always on the
Okay,
fringes
I'm
of flying.
gonna roll it because
So I don't know.
I think I forgot to actually do it. So
I mean, I'll happily take it for arcane recovery to get a 3rd level spell
go
slot
ahead.
back.
Go ahead and do that. I'm doing that for the rest of your party right now.
Yeah,
Because
I think
everyone is super fucked.
we were... The first thing we did out of combat wasn't recover, it was check on Norre to make sure that she wasn't, like, permanently damaged from the mouthful of acid she got.
Yes.
Alright. Why do you feel the need to heroically recover us?
Oh, because you rolled something.
But if it's friend-shaped, it wouldn't be a problem.
It's not friend-shaped. Would you rather I deceive you?
No.
Okay, a moment. All right. With a 22, you can see in the tree line, the trees are being parted slightly. You see a creature emerge, looking in your direction. It has multiple heads. That seems to be a thing.
Oh, good.
One of them, the head that is paying attention to you, is a lion's head. And it is sniffing the air. You spot a chimera peering through the trees.
Is does that, to Lorna's knowledge, tend to be bad news? Like a hostile?
Roll me a nature check.
Do they tend to hang around Hydra? Nature.
Well, if you recall,
20.
If you'll recall, the Hydra you found was eating a chimera.
Eating one. Yes, I just recalled that. Natural 20, 25.
With a natural 20, a 25, you know that chimera are incredibly violent and dangerous. They don't have anything to do with Hydras naturally. They frequently hunt in the same areas. A chimera is a vile combination of goat, lion, and dragon, and it often has the abilities of all 3 of those creatures. You do know that they... Because you saw it, yes, you have a reaction before anybody else.
That'll be a lightning bolt through the staff. Straight at it.
Oh. There's 2 of them.
Okay, well, the first one she sees is the one she's zapping. She figures the kaboom boom will allow everyone to understand that things are happening.
Let me show you what you see.
Oh, good.
Yeah, so you see there are a pair of chimera that are just cresting through the trees. They're low. Like they're low to the ground, which is a little odd to you. Typically, chimera hunt when they're flying, and you suspect they are not flying for a reason. There might be another predator in this area that is on the lookout for flying prey.
Well, that.
Okay, you cast Lightning Bolt before anything else. You say anything?
She says, Chimera, 2!
The ones closest to you, Lilith and Burke. Lilith goes, oh, shit. And Burke immediately, like, looks around to see if there's anything else, but you remember Burke said he would try and stay out of the fights and stuff, so he's, like, likely going to back off as soon as he can.
I'll help in ways that he can help.
Roll damage for your lightning bolt, please.
They have to make the save, too.
I know. I'm familiar.
Oh, okay.
I know how D&D works. Go ahead and roll your damage.
terrible roll. Awful, awful damage.
I
3
rolled
ones,
an
2,
8
3.
on the dex save.
Okay, well, 22 lightning if they take full damage.
He does take full damage. You recall, for some reason, you did a book report on Chimera when you were 8. They
like
don't
Lorna.
have any resistances.
Well, that's good.
They do understand Draconic, but it doesn't often matter. They don't converse.
They're not in for a chat.
No.
They're
They
in
are
to eat you.
They are creatures entirely of malice and hunger.
Me when I'm hungry.
They frequently torment their prey when they can.
Oh, good.
Yeah,
well,
they're brutal. All right.
perish.
Well, you got your reactionary round off because you spotted them and you've alerted your team. So please roll initiative.
Okay.
I've accidentally rolled you, but that's okay. You rolled a 19. Lorna,
I did.
you get to go again.
Yeah, I'll take it. All right.
It's now your turn.
Never roll that well. Thanks, Echo.
You're welcome.
It's a good spell for this. I want Ice Storm. I'm gonna Ice Storm.
Ice Storm's pretty good.
Hopefully,
I
my
hear it's
staff
pretty
charges.
strong.
She's gonna boop.
Yeah. Okay, what's the save?
Dexterity. 18. Yes, 18.
The one you hit with the lightning bolt succeeds. The fresh one fails.
$26. 8 bludgeoning, 18 cold.
Okay. So this one takes half. And the fresh one takes full.
And that's difficult terrain until the start of my next turn.
That's not going to matter, unfortunately. I did mention they fly.
Yeah, but they weren't flying, so I just assumed.
Right. But there's
Maybe
a
they're willing
difference.
to hop over
Yeah.
the ice.
It is now one of the Chimera's turns. This Chimera will lift 5 feet off the ground and soar forwards. Which the lifting will take 10 feet because of the difficult terrain, but then it just flies.
Hooray!
So then it has... Okay. It's going to end its flight here.
Ah,
10 feet off the ground.
coming right for me.
It is.
Weird.
Yeah.
When I've done nothing.
Indeed. Let's do this and this. Use. Okay, Lorna, you're the only one in range for this.
Hooray!
I need you to make a dexterity save.
She's not good at those.
I know.
Ooh, 17. Good roll, Lorna.
You succeed, but you do take
Wait.
half as
Ow.
the dragon head opens its mouth and a burst of flame out towards you.
Good.
It's 35 points of fire damage, which you take half
Up to
of.
17. Ow! Lorna pats out her flaming robes.
And that's the Chimera's turn. It's now Nore's turn. She whips around to hearing chimeras and says, "What the heck? What's with all the multi-headed monsters out here?" And she runs down here.
Must be something in the water.
We know what's in the water.
There you go.
She has some spell slots.
Some splots.
Does she use them? What would you
No, I
like Nori to do? Do you want her to cast an offensive spell or go for something supportive?
Offensive.
Okay. In that case, she's going to cast Shatter at 4th level.
Oh, yeah.
Right here.
Woo.
Okay, so it needs to roll a con save. It succeeds with a 17. That is the DC. but it does take 31 points of thunder damage halved. So 15. And as the shatter ends, Noré looks to the rest of the team. Lilith, now's the time. As that's a bardic inspiration. Lilith, who's still wounded, like,
Yeah.
okay.
You're also fire resistant.
She, like, looks at you and then back at the Chimera, and she says, 2 out of the 3 of those doesn't care about that. She moves up parallel with you, and she's going to use her bow, because she doesn't actually want to get into melee with the Chimera if she can avoid it.
Just eats her face, yeah. That's probably valid.
First arrow hits. Second arrow hits. That is going to be 13, 22 points of damage over the 2 arrows, and then she's going to bonus action Second Wind.
When she kind of takes a breather for a moment, Lorna looks at her and says, "What kind of magic does the paladin thing give you besides healing?"
Lilith glances over at you.
I'm just curious. I'm not criticizing.
Tyrus conveys that I can detect otherworldly creatures around me.
There's a chimera in front of us.
You're right. I can detect it. She doesn't... She's not looking at you as she says that.
Lorna's laughing anyways.
But she does heal for 11.
Nice.
Okay, and the Chimera takes 22. It's now Skolna's turn.
Yeah, it's gonna...
Skolna darts behind the corpse of the fallen Hydra. And is going to try and bonus action hide. She succeeds. She's making an attack at advantage. She rolled terrible. She rolled a 1 and a 3.
Oof. She still gets sneak attack. Oh!
She doesn't hit.
On the... Yeah, I see. I understand that.
So, for the flavor of this...
Pierre gut this corpse.
She runs over to this fallen Hydra and, like, leans on it for cover as she shoots. And the slick, bloody scales of the monster, she just slides down it. And the arrow up way too high.
Oh.
It's now Tier's turn. I'm lots of monsters today. And he runs up to the Chimera. He draws his blades and is going to make 2 attacks.
So he had no qualms about tossing himself in the
He's almost full health.
Chimera.
He hits with the first one, misses with the second. Deals 11 points of slashing damage. Burke. What does Burke do?
Feel free to heal.
Okay, hold on. This NPC is a follower, so you can roll a persuasion.
Not a party member. Okay. I'm your boss now. 14. Is that good enough?
He glances over at you and then steps up and will heal Lilith.
Hey.
With a Cure Wounds. Lilith recovers 15 hit points.
Nice. Good heal.
And then Burke is going to spend the rest of his movement getting back from the fight. It is now the other Chimera's turn. It moves up.
Oh, good. He's got 2 big kitties in front of him.
Yeah.
He's already spoken for it.
It is going to make all 3 attacks on
good.
Tier. So, first is the bite. That hits. Second is the horns.
What attack looks the most deadly or the most problematic? Because she'll silvery barbs that one. Like, does it seem like its bite might be the worst, or
So it's making these attacks like 1, 2, 3. And they all look pretty dangerous. So I'm not gonna you can't
She's gonna go with the
differentiate.
first bite then.
Okay.
So slivery barb's the bite.
That makes it miss.
Way.
Now for the horns. They hit.
Okay. Well,
And the
advantage
claws.
to just come out of this.
The claws crit.
Anscom's gonna have advantage. God damn it! I already used my silvery barbs.
You did.
The heck.
Okay, so that's a D12 plus 4. 9 points of damage on the horns. And then 2d6 plus 16.
Oh, good. Oh, great.
21 points of damage on the crit.
He's not done harvesting.
That's the Chimera's turn. It's
Rough.
now Anscom's turn.
Anscom has advantage from her silvery barbs.
Just out of
He's
range.
just out of range.
He
Can
runs
jump?
forward 15 feet. Misty steps behind them.
Ayy.
And is going to attack with flanking on the Chimera that just laid into Tier. He has left the icy rapier in his belt, and the Dragonbone longsword has emerged in his hands as he swings with advantage, and he crits. Okay.
Oh, Anscom, you handsome man.
Okay, so that's going to be... Can't roll ones, Anscom. Stop trying to do that. Okay, he rolled a 2. That's fine. Plus 5. So 17 plus 23, 28 points of damage.
Nice.
And then he swings again. Advantage. And he misses. All right. Oh, he has advantage. He's going to use that advantage from you.
Yay!
And that makes it a hit.
Away!
So that's 11, 17 points of damage. Lorna, it's now your turn.
Lorna, since this isn't the Murkma Hydra, which was resistant to fire, plucks a bead off of Saccharin and hucks it at the one. Here, I'll place the template. T right there. So
Yeah?
I singed the air and Anscom's eyebrows, but
Okay, roll me a d4.
yep. Stale. 4?
4! Roll me a d100.
Okay. Why don't turn into a giant rabbit again? 36.
Roll a d10.
Okay. 7?
Roll it again. Sorry, roll 2d10.
2D. Okay. 10.
Oh, I'm looking at the wrong number. I apologize. We're using the 7.
Okay.
Lorna, you... How old is Lorna right now?
She would be 19.
You rolled a 7.
Right. Do I age?
As you pluck the bead and you toss it, you suddenly see your perspective change as everything else grows a little taller, and you get 7 years younger.
What?
Oh,
Oh god, I hope this is temporary.
suddenly you get shorter.
She's
Your
12
clothes,
years old.
yeah, your clothes
Oh
get
my God.
much looser. You just like your sleeves or something like down past your hands. And you are
Question.
12.
Does my body just... Do I go back to her at 12? Like,
No.
would her hand come back? Okay.
No,
I was
you just
wondering.
get 7 years younger suddenly.
So there's like preteen on the field now.
Yeah. You still have all your experience. You still have your
Yeah,
stats.
she's
You
just-
just are 12.
She's just a child now.
So I
What's-
expect you to
what
sound that
happened?
way too.
Did I make everyone big?
Lilith glances over and she says, "You're a kid.
What?
What the fuck happened to you?"
I don't know.
Roll damage, please.
Saccharine, why? Did you make the save for the
Yeah, he
kitty
failed.
cat? Good, 20.
Okay. Okay.
This is problematic.
Yeah, you are wee.
Wait for me, and scum.
You're not that wee. You're 12. You're not
I'm
an
just-
infant.
I'm stuck on my phone for the rest of my life, I guess. Watching TikToks.
Yeah. Okay. Do you have any movement you want to use?
Which we?
She's gonna get a little bit back from the fray. She's gonna go by Burke because he's out of the fight. I feel like a 12-year-old should be out of the fight physically too.
Burke like looks down at you.
Hello.
What has happened to you?
I don't know.
He looks like he's questioning if you were ever an adult. He looks very confused.
Maybe I'm a gnome.
You look like a half-elf child. It's now Nore's turn. She just...
God, I hope one of us can fix this.
Nore is like looking at you and then back to the chimeras, and she just like shakes her head and says, "This is always strange out here." And she's going to...
We'll unpack that later.
Yeah, she's going to run up and do a flourish. Because she's running out of spell slots.
Yeah, tell me about it. That's why I threw a fireball and look what happened.
You have cantrips.
Oh,
She misses with the first swing. She tries again. She crits.
Hey.
Okay. So that's going to be 20 plus the flourish, which is a d8. Plus 8. Okay. She deals 36 points of damage with that crit. She slays the chimera.
Hey.
It's now Lilith's turn. Lilith, feeling much better, is going to dart down behind this chimera, getting advantage from Anscombe or Tier. Doesn't matter. And she's going to make a couple of attacks. She misses. She tries again. That hits, rolling damage. Dealing 11 points of damage to the chimera. And then she's going to offhand attack with the short sword +1 with advantage. She crits on a 19.
Oh, Jesus.
Lots of crits going on today.
Yeah.
And she slays that chimera.
Oh, good.
The fight is over. As the fight ends, the chimeras slump to the ground, and the team members surrounding them like step back, catching their breath. Meanwhile, everyone turns and looks at you.
I'm hoping this is temporary.
We're all hoping it's temporary. Yeah, you're telling me.
It was Saccharin's fireballs, you know, when I turned into that moth or a dragonfly and then a rabbit that one time, I haven't used them recently.
Maybe for good
They always do
reason.
something. They always do something a little funny, but they've never been permanent.
Tier approaches.
Saccharin? Is this permanent?
You hear... I don't know. I don't think so.
It'll probably be like a minute, maybe 10, maybe an hour, max.
It's never on purpose. I don't know what...
No, I know. I'm not blaming you. We're just trying to solve the problem.
As Tier is approaching,
Yeah.
as he gets up to you, he like squats down a little bit, puts his hands on his knees, and he says, "Well, hey there, little girl. How you
Excuse
doing?
me.
Do your parents
I
know
can
you're
still
out here?"
slap you from this height. My dad's actually coming to get me soon.
Oh God. As this is happening, Nore is like considering the situation. She's
Does
rolling
anyone have
an
a
Arcana
restoration on them?
check. Hold on. No, Nore just shakes her head as she's approaching. It's not a thing I ever considered needing.
Well, this isn't standard, I think.
It's wild magic, right? Like, that's...
Yeah, which is why I think it's not permanent.
Nora didn't roll very well in her Arcana, but you can.
Oh, yeah, I'd love to think about this a little harder.
I rolled a natural 19 for a 28.
Age-changing effects are rare. Even when it
good.
comes to magic, they're very uncommon, and they're very unusual.
And ghosts do it. Like, that's the only thing Lorna can think of off the top of her head.
Ghosts
Or
can
at least
do it,
10.
and when ghosts do it, it is required that a greater restoration be cast on the victim, or the age changes permanent.
Oh,
In a period of time, right?
Within 24 hours. This is wild
Okay.
magic, though. And it is also the reverse direction of aging.
De-aging.
With a 28, what you know about wild magic is it is chaos incarnate, and it literally changes the rules in a set area, particularly around ley lines or any other magical effect. They change the rules of the physical world, and they only do it for as long as the weave can be unstable and tangled in that area. Wild magic is literally the weave coming undone for a period of time.
until it gets its shit together.
Until it sorts itself out or Magos fixes the tear or break. Now, a tear or a break in the weave is a dead magic zone. With a 28 in Arcana, you understand this is not a dead magic zone, this is wild magic. And so the weave is doing crazy shit in your body right now.
Oh, good.
You suspect it's temporary.
I suspect this is temporary. I don't know how long, but I can't imagine more than a day.
I hope not.
Me too.
I don't think the Merigard will employ a 12-year-old.
I have the same brain as before, and the thing is just height really in this case, and that, that's like discriminating against a gnome or a halfling.
A pimple suddenly, like right on your cheek.
Oh god, I thought I was through with puberty. I mean, Skolna is the shortest member of the team, and nobody's questioning her competency. I guess I'm the shortest now, but...
Like, Skolna walks up with a dagger, like, twirling around her fingertips and just shrugs.
Yeah, no, I'm the same person, I'm just a little shorter. My tits are gone.
Gone?
Yeah.
Anscombe like turns and looks at Tier, and Tier just like holds his hands up like, I wasn't gonna say anything. I was not going to say a thing.
Let's just put this aside. It's gonna go away on its own. And
We fucking
finish-
hope.
Yes, it's gonna go away on its own. Maybe I'll pray about it. We should finish the Hydra so we can get the fuck out of here because I'm sick of fighting multi-headed monsters.
Did anyone else think it was weird that they were flying? So they weren't flying. That they were staying low.
Yeah, there might be something in the air. We did get we ran into that rock on the way up here, but we showed it who was boss. So
Hold on. And Tier crouches down near the body of the Hydra, but he doesn't get back to working on the Hydra. He gathers up some of the wet, like, weed and reeds that are all over this wetland. And as he holds them up, he closes his eyes for a moment.
he's doing ranger stuff.
He does
She
not.
whispers to Nore.
Oh, and Nore just like, yeah, about time.
Yeah, I don't really see him work often.
He holds up the reed and lets it go. And he stands up and he kind of turns with his head a little down. And he says, there's dragons around.
Like a real dragon, not like a drake.
Like, at least one. And yeah, it's within a mile.
Okay, work fast.
Maybe you all could do something about these corpses so a dragon doesn't see an easy meal?
I mean, I could burn them, but that would bring more attention to us.
That's the opposite of what I'm hoping for. It'll smell
can
like
bury them.
roasting. That will be perfect.
Anscombe, let's start digging.
All right. And he begins mold earthing with you. Roll spellcasting.
Oh, 1,029,000.
Okay. 1,000,000 is pretty good.
She's overcompensating because she feels like they're looking down on her.
Anscombe rolled a 20. Dirty 20. So, over the next 10 minutes while Tier is performing this, basically, it's not surgery, it's dismantling. But he comes out with 4 of these great big round, they almost, at a glance, they look like an elongated, like, lime. But fleshy.
Ew.
He's washed them off, so they literally just look like, well, the glands. And he sets each of them down on a rag. I've got the glands. Do we want to see if I can get anything worthwhile, or shall we just get the fuck out of here?
How much do you know about Hydra? Do they have anything that like immediately stands out to you as worth something, or is it the poison glands?
They're not real. They're not true dragons, right? So they don't have the same sort of like bone structure as an actual dragon.
So they don't have like a fundamentum that's good.
No, that's what this gland is about.
That's okay. That makes sense.
So if you can't think of, can Lorna just quickly skim her backlogs of Hydra knowledge?
Roll history.
If their eyes are good or their tongues. Pretty good. 21.
You know that Hydra, that particularly Merkmaw Hydras, their blood is a potent acid, but it's difficult to keep it, as it spoils
Sure.
quickly.
Sure.
However,
That's-
their hide has been known to be used to make acid-resistant armor. It's not
Oh.
super valuable, but it is a worthwhile cause if you're looking for that.
Sure, but they don't have the time for it to skin the Hydra. They
No.
just need to book it. It's not worth it. They'll she didn't wanna she turns to the party. I don't wanna leave the body of the Hydra not burned because it will just continue to pollute this area, which was the whole fucking problem and why we're out here to begin with. So I know there's dragons about, but if we light it and then bounce, whatever's flying around will be drawn to this area and we won't be here anymore.
I think that's as good a thing as anything. We might as well just get it started so we can get the fuck out of here.
Yeah, okay. I could throw another fireball.
You could.
I
Then we do
shouldn't,
it.
because I'm 7. I mean, 12. I lost 7 years. Anscombe,
Yeah,
you know, firebolt.
I do.
Did you do that?
It's going to take a lot of firebolts, but
Ugh.
sure.
No, she plucks a fireball bead off,
Roll a d4.
throws it. She loses another 7 years.
Four.
4.
Roll a d100.
God fucking damn it. 20. 4 off from the thing that aged me, or de-aged me.
Okay. No, you rolled a 36 is what de-aged you. With a 20, you throw the fireball, and as it soars over towards the body of the Hydra, and immediately the whole Hydra's body is engulfed in flames, and it is immediately immolated, and smoke begins to rise. In the same instance, the ground around you suddenly is covered in this thick, slick, oily grease as you cast grease on yourself. I need you to make a dexterity save versus your own spell DC.
Oh no. Oh, she did it! 21 versus the 18.
Okay. You throw the fireball bead, and then you immediately feel just your feet start to slide, and you just, like you freeze and lower your stance.
Then her wings come out, and she just lifts herself off the ground gingerly.
Let's get out of here.
We're not going to talk about that, are we?
No, why?
Where did that come from?
I don't know. Magic?
Okay, well, you're very snarky for a 12-year-old. And
I think I'm being true to self, I guess.
I guess. And your party begins to follow you, tiptoeing around the grease pool that you cast on accident.
I inked.
You did ink, and you make your way back northwards towards Shona. Roll perception.
21.
Okay. And a D100.
How long has it been since she de-aged?
It's like 10 minutes. 20 minutes.
Alright, so it's the shorter end of... But it wasn't a minute long. Alright.
No.
39 is what I rolled.
Okay, so with a 39, you are paying attention to your surroundings, and as your party is marching along, are you still flying?
Yeah, why not?
How
Her
high?
legs are shorter now, so she wants to keep up. Just 5 feet. She's with the party.
Okay.
There's something flying in the air.
With a 21, you do catch as you're looking around after you've been walking for about maybe 45 minutes. Wings low over the treetops, investigating the smoke plume.
Dear, pass trace without.
Yeah, it's a good idea. Everyone stay close. And he casts Pass Without Trace. Please roll stealth.
Mm-hmm. Oh, phenomenal. 33 with the pass without a trace.
The party rolled really well. So.
Woo!
Yours is a 33? Yeah,
Mhm.
I don't think. The lowest in the party was a 27 with Pass Without Trace.
Nice.
So. As you all continue. Please roll me a d8. You're making steady progress. Tier is leading the way back, and it's clear he's gotten comfortable, or maybe he rolled well, in navigating the delta back towards Shona. It is evening and the suns are setting over the coast when you feel like a strange itching in your back.
Mm-hmm.
And then your clothes suddenly fit normal again.
Oh my god, I was so worried.
Oh, good, you're back to normal.
Mm-hmm. Didn't grow very many inches more, but things are proportional now.
Anscombe is like looking up at you, and he just nods and he says, yeah, I'm not gonna lie, I was pretty worried.
Lorna just laughs and ruffles his hair. At least we know that it seems like everything that comes out of those fireballs is temporary.
Yeah, everything. Thank goodness. Can we talk about, the potential problems that can cause, and maybe, we be careful about
Use
using
them
those?
sparing- I typically use them sparingly. We haven't had a problem like this in a while. Yes, I used them twice just now. It needed to be burned.
Well, right, but we could have just set a fire.
It worked out, Tier.
Right, just because something worked in the end doesn't mean it was a good idea.
Listen, I'll look into stabilizing them.
Just, yeah, please. I mean,
It's on the list.
maybe we could talk to that crazy old, forged guy in the, in Shona.
Old. But I actually did want to stop by him. I have something I want to make. So
Oh, he
before
was
we leave
old,
Shona,
for sure. He
Oh.
sounded like an old man.
Oh. Well, he looked great.
He's made of metal.
I'm not discriminatory. You know, I grew up with a ton of forged.
No.
Oh,
Who knew that?
I did. Have I not said anything
like, looks
about that?
around and everyone's like, "Ugh."
A huge number of the staff at the house that I grew up in were forged. My dad was really on. He really liked the concept of them. He was one of the people who really jumped in on it when it started becoming more common. He even paid for people to become forged.
Like, if they wanted it?
Sort of. One of the people who worked for him was dying of cirrhosis. And my dad basically said, if you work for me, I'll fund your new body, one that you can't fuck up, basically.
Oh. Isn't that really expensive? Like,
Nobles.
people...
He's actually, I didn't mention this, or maybe I did, but it's been a minute. He is bringing one of his forged servants with him when he tries to meet me in Farum.
Oh, yeah? Which one?
His name
Handy?
is Keen.
Keen.
No, he's big. He was probably a Goliath, maybe a really big orc when he was alive, but they made sure he was big now, too.
When you become a forge, do they try and copy what you were?
I think it depends on how and why you're being forged. Sometimes I'm certain you get what you get, but, if my dad is paying, I don't actually know why Keen was a forged. He didn't say. He wasn't really a talker. Maybe they tried to keep him close to form. Maybe he insisted on being big. Maybe he was a gnome and now he's really big. I just know right now he's pretty big.
Is he going to be a problem?
Probably. Unless I can talk me out of it, which is the hope. But I think we should be prepared for anything.
Wait, what are the odds of this, okay? Like...
Of me talking him to going home?
Yeah. What are the odds?
I don't know. I don't know. That's me being optimistic. I don't.
More important question, okay? Just let me get this out here.
Mm-hmm.
You try and talk to him. He says no, or he doesn't listen, or whatever. What are the odds he tries to take you against your will?
probably the most likely option for him. Which is why I was hiding this whole time, but now the cat's kind of out of the bag.
Your dad
Mm-hmm.
will take you against your will.
Probably, yeah.
Your dad.
Well, he's not really my dad. He just raised me and told me he was.
Okay. Gross.
Agreed, which is why I left.
What is he hoping out of this? That you just come
He's-
around?
Basically, as far as I got from what I read from what he wrote down before I ran away, is that he expected that something would click into place and I would suddenly be his wife again, because that's who I was supposed to be.
Okay. I hate that I'm the one saying this. Have you tried talking to him?
No. Well, before it was, what if he tracks me because I sent him a message or something like that? I mean, now he knows that I tend to be in Ferrum, although obviously I don't spend a lot of time there these days. I could send him a message and just say, "Hey, don't come." I've kind of vaguely considered it. What's the worst that could happen? He already knows vaguely where I'm going to be.
I think the worst that'll happen is he talks to you in your head, and you have to accept that. Unless he has some crazy... I don't understand.
I don't actually really know what he can do. He didn't really demonstrate magic or martial prowess raising me, but he also didn't demonstrate that he wasn't my father. So I believe he probably has secrets. Does anyone else think it's not a bad idea to talk to him? I have the spell slots.
Norre says, I think you're dealing with a manipulative and dangerous person. I think if you let him talk to you, you might be playing right into his toolbox.
Sure, but there's nothing he can say that'll make me be like, oh yes, of course, I should go home and marry you. Like, I don't think he's got... Like,
That's
I know
not what
that
I
he's
mean.
gonna... Are you thinking, like, magic? Like,
No,
charming?
I don't think you can do that over sending.
Mhm.
But I think he might start placing doubts. Make you start to think maybe it's not... Maybe it is all an misunderstanding. Maybe he thought something else. But you have the evidence.
I do. I know. I don't think I could be swayed. Like, I misunderstood him. I've been away from him for over a year now and have built my own life, and I've connected with Adora. Like, I know who she is and who she was to him, or who he thought she was to him. You know, like, I don't...
I think it's a bad idea. At least when you have so much time between talking to him
And seeing
him. Because these
Maybe,
sort
I
of
don't
things
know.
will fester.
In him or me.
You. Take it from someone who has dealt with monsters that play with emotions and self-doubt. Manipulations.
I guess I just feel like I'm stronger than him manipulating me, I guess.
But there is still parts of you that worries about him. That knows him as a person that tended for you.
Sure. I mean, I don't want to kill him. I will if I have to.
He's going to use words and language that will make you question everything that you know. Everything that you believe. He's going to try and make it feel as though maybe you were right to leave, but he's not as bad as you thought he was. And let those build into a foundation of maybe it wouldn't be so bad to go see him again.
Well, we are going to see him again when he shows up in Ferrum.
I'm talking about after your conversation with him.
Right.
These are the tools and bricks of a manipulator. I know them. My people fight them on the daily.
Yeah.
Their most
What do you think
dangerous
about that,
aspect
Lilith?
is... Hey, look. You're... She has a point, but also, like... I think if you're standing up to him, and you just say, hey, there's nothing doing here, go back home. It shows backbone.
But, and I agree with you, Lilith, but maybe if he knows that I'm willing to stand up for myself before he arrives, maybe he'll prepare more. Whereas if he thinks that I'm the girl who ran off, who didn't know how to fend for herself, which is what he wanted me to be, and he thinks that's who he's going to show up to, I
Or,
can catch him on the back foot.
or, if you stand up to him now, he might see he's not going to get what he wants.
The thing is, what he wants, he believes that Adora's spell worked, that I am the reincarnation of Adora, and that my memories will come back any day now. That's what he was writing about. Or it needs the right stimulus, or it'll just work out eventually, and he just needs to wait it out, preferably with me nearby. So if I demonstrate characteristics that are akin to Adora, he might think that it's working, like, and it might encourage him more if I stand up for myself, which is not something that Dahlia did, but something Adora would do. But he wouldn't understand that that's because Lorna is a grown-ass adult now and is taking charge of her own life, but he might think that that's like an encouragement into his theory of me being the woman he was married to. Does that make sense?
I guess, but also, like, you growing a backbone does not mean you're a different fucking person.
What does everybody else think? Because I've heard Lilith and I've heard Nore.
I think, well, weird it is to say, I'm kind of siding with Nore, that you should try and avoid having a conversation just for the sake of, isolating and limiting the amount of conversation that he has with you. Because I don't want to disrespect you in any way, Lorna, but you can be
Okay,
manipulated a little bit.
I love you to name one time.
Alexios.
Lorna looks down at her feet and doesn't say anything.
I think you should talk to him.
Lorna kind of looks up, blinks, and wide-eyed look at Anscombe. Really? You think so?
I think that if you tell him, honest and straightforward, with no questions, that you know Adora, you know what she's like and who she is, and that neither you nor her subscribe to what it is that he wants, I don't think there's no way he would even consider you knowing Adora or that name unless you did, right?
Well, sure, but... And if I did, he'd be like, her memories are coming back. It's only a matter of time. Because technically the memories are coming back, but they're not my memories because she's a different person than I am. But that's not what he wants to believe.
Do you think he's smart enough to understand that it's another soul?
Can Lorna think back to the man she knew?
Roll a
He
history.
seemed intelligent, right? Like,
Roll a history.
he had to have been. He forged a new life for them. Terrible. 14.
I mean, you don't have to think that hard. He was very intelligent. He managed artificers. He handled forged. He was on a forefront of the cutting edge for the A&A. He was very smart.
he is intelligent enough to understand the concept. It's whether he wants to believe it or not. Very smart people can believe some pretty stupid things on sheer
Sure.
faith.
So my point is, if you tell him all that, flat and clear, to the point where you are justified in thinking that he has to understand, or at least have heard it from you, and then he disregards it for what his beliefs are,
It speaks for itself.
it does.
And I agree with you, and I do want to have this conversation with him. But do you think that should happen not face-to-face, like right now? Or do you think I should save it for when he inevitably arrives in Farum?
I will say, maybe not right now. We've had a horrible fucking day, and we're all beat to hell. And what if he somehow knows how to piggyback on a sending spell and appears here? That would be...
She looks at those. That's why I haven't talked to him. She looks specifically at Lilith like that's what I was worried about.
Who the fuck can do that? What?
Probably the master.
She would have, wouldn't she?
It's true, but she shows up in dreams and she slaps you and it hurts.
She never did that to me.
She did that to me before I got the. She kind of gestures to her amulet.
Oh, that probably has something to do with it then.
Yeah. Also, she looks at Anscombe. So he couldn't do that because I have the amulet.
Okay. But you've taken that amulet off.
Mm-hmm.
And he didn't appear.
That's because I didn't open a sending to him, maybe.
Look, I'm not a wizard. I'm doing my best with what I've learned. But I don't think piggybacking on a sending spell is something that just anybody can do.
That's true. And I don't know what he can do.
I will point out that if that is something he can do, he probably doesn't need to. He could probably do something else. If he's that powerful.
Mm-hmm.
Look, all I'm saying is, I think if you send him a message that's very clear-cut and straightforward about what you think, and if he disregards it, that's all the answer we need.
So you think I'll know even before he shows up in Farum?
I do.
But she glances at Nore. Maybe he'll play into, oh, I understand, I'm just coming to see you. But he's already formulating like his own, because he doesn't really believe it. He's just lying and manipulating me.
Sure, but you have friends. And some of us are real good at reading people.
But you couldn't hear him.
I'm not talking about in the sending. I'm talking about, we're all going to be there. You better fucking believe you're not going to see
in
this
Farum?
guy.
Yeah, of course. Of course. Burke, what do you think?
I am surprised you are asking me.
I've remembered you were here.
Ah,
My dad wants to marry me.
that is a problem not uncommon in ancestral Bronzewater. I assume you do not want this.
No. That's why I joined the Marigard, so I didn't have to stay home anymore.
I am of a like mind with Anscombe.
You think I just need to be clear right now?
I
Here, right
think,
now?
Well, perhaps after you rest, but yes, I think if you reach out to this man and tell him what you believe, what your heart wants, and he ignores it, you know the danger.
Yeah. I hear and understand everybody's perspectives here, the ones that agree with the sending and the ones that don't.
You, for a moment, catch Skolna making eye contact with you. She just shakes her head.
I should keep my cards close to the chest until we meet him in Farum.
All right, it's your choice.
And then I can be as clear and plain as I want to be with the force of all of you at my back.
I just want to say, for years, my dad was, well, he saw the worst in me. So, when we first came back, and I don't think this is going to be quite the same, but there was a denial in him. Like, I could see it, that he didn't believe that I was making it happen. That he thought it was all temporary. That it was an act. Because I'd done that sort of shit before to try and get on his good side to get more coin for booze. And it's something I regret a lot, but you convinced him. And I worry, without some precognition or time, whatever you say, he'll be in denial. He won't accept a new truth. Just like my dad did. But I understand, you know him better than I do.
I don't think that's true. I don't know that man at all. I only know who he wanted me to think he was.
What does Adora think?
Adora?
Yeah.
I can ask. Lily, were you listening to any of that, or do you need to catch up?
No, I heard it all.
What do you think?
Time is strange. I don't know who Balin is. Time has maybe warped him or changed him. When I knew him, there was so little focus on ideas like the forged and artificery.
Something he probably picked up after.
Yes. I don't understand a lot about the new world. It seems as though everything has changed so quickly. What I do know is if Remus was, or rather is, as fanatical about you as he was about some ideas that we had together in the past, I don't know that anything could change his mind. But if time has weathered away his resolve, maybe things have changed. What I also know, at least what my own practices tell me, piggybacking on a sending message is not something anyone can do.
And you don't think Remus could probably do it?
The closest I could imagine is something of 8th level or higher, referring to a teleportation spell, or an arcane gate to jump to someone's name. And that is more powerful than you are capable of, and
True.
more powerful than 90% of the mages in the world are capable of.
But do you think it is a bad idea to reach out to him now and lay it out plainly?
Roll me a persuasion check.
Dirty 20.
There is a pause as Lily considers the question. Finally, she says, I think reaching out to him to lay things out plainly could be educational for both of you. It will also give us some perspective on the state of his mind.
That's true. Lorna looks at the party after a brief pause, and she says, well, Adora's given me her opinion.
Yeah?
She thinks it could be educational to understand the state of mind that he has. I suppose in order to prepare.
Well, you've heard our piece, says.
This is
Why don't we, before anything else, we find a place to camp, because it's getting dark. Sleep on it, and then maybe, make a final decision in the morning.
okay.
Tierre begins leading the way through the Delta, trying to find a place to securely camp for the night. It is getting dark, and it is humid and gross, and there are bugs everywhere. It is sticky and unpleasant. But eventually, Tierre does find a decent campsite with a 26 on his survival.
Nice.
As your party settles in and Nore begins the process of summoning the bubble, I'd like to know what's going through Lorna's head right now.
She's thinking about if she's going to send a sending, what she would say. What's the most important things to say? How many words fit into it? She's thinking about her childhood growing up, how she saw Remus, Balin, and what she's discovered since then, what he's capable of, what he's done, the crimes he's committed. She's that's weighing heavily on her. How much he was willing to lie to her, but how well he treated her. But was it because he genuinely cared for her, or was she just kind of a placeholder vessel until she behaved the way he wanted her to? She's just kind of laying in her bedroll, thinking about all of that.
Okay. Eventually, Skolna crouches down near your bedroll and offers you basically a leaf wrap of rations for dinner.
Thank you.
She just looks at you. You okay?
You shook. Whew. There's just a lot on my mind. You shook your head. No. when I was asking everybody what they thought, and your opinion was the one that swayed me the most. And I was kind of wondering what you were thinking.
You have a better family now.
Very true.
You chose this. You didn't choose him or that. Choice matters.
Yeah.
I think you should cut all ties. I think if you see him, you should let his world be dark.
I mean, like, kill him?
If he chases you.
For sure. Yes. That. It's just hard.
Skolna nods.
Yeah. I saw you talking with Norrie before the Chimera showed up.
Skolna nods again.
How'd that go?
A small, like, smirk plays at the corner of Skolna's lip, and she eventually says, she really doesn't like that I don't trust her.
Yeah, she did look a little hurt. But she told you how she was feeling. That's something.
Skolna nods.
How are you feeling about her?
The fact that it bothers her so much
That's gotta mean something.
does. At least it means she cares.
I think she does. I mean, before you even like talked about having not told them before everybody else, you said we're going to Malachor to kill a vampire because one of them hurt you, and she was like, "All right, let's go." Put a stake in her, in him. She was ready to go. You know, she didn't really need any more than that.
Yeah.
I think that we're surrounded by good people that we found.
We are. We don't know what your dad is capable of.
No, we don't.
We don't know if he plans to try and use someone you care about as leverage.
He has access to someone like that. I don't know if he knows it. But at least he doesn't have access to any of you.
That's why I think you should just kill him and move on.
It would make things simpler.
Simple is good.
Skolda, if I was honest with you, I'd say that 95% of me expects that I'll have to kill him. And I think I'm just going to be spending the rest of the time until I see him coming to terms with that. Like mourning.
What are you grieving?
The man I thought I knew.
Tell me who that was.
Lorna spends like a detailed and quiet amount of time just going over memories she had growing up. Or Balin, spoiled her rotten and always went out of his way for her and gave her the best education, and she was the most important thing to him, and all of the little ways that she felt cherished.
Roll me a history check.
Okay. That's a natural one. Can I use my Vicar boon?
What's your total? A 10? Yeah, you can use the Vicar boon.
Away. Come on, Vicar boon. Did I roll?
Yeah,
I'm
rolled a
not
3.
sure.
For a total of a 13. Roll an insight check retroactively.
Okay. On Skolnock?
No, not on Skolno.
Oh, 25. She's looking back at her memories.
You're thinking back to how Lord Balin Cross, a.k.a. Remus Majere, treated you, to how he looked at you, to how he spoke to you, to how he exalted you, rewarded your achievements, scorned your mistakes, truly behaved like a father to you. With a 25, you cannot help but be convinced there was no deceptions. There was no malice. It felt like love. Didn't feel like manipulations. It felt as though Lord Balin Cross was a father. There were no double meanings or second hints. And that probably makes this harder.
But it does solidify a decision for Lorna. When she is about to go to sleep, she will send a message.
Without telling anyone?
Mm-hmm.
Oh my god, okay. Lorna! Why are you like this? Okay. You send a message. What is the message that you send?
I will paste it to you.
I'm probably going to need a moment to reply.
That's okay. Where are you? Here you are. I will read it aloud. Remus, it's Dahlia. I will say this once. I am not Atlantis. We can still be family, but it's up to you. Do you understand?
Okay.
She just wants her dad back.
Ah. Thank you. Okay.
It's
Here we go.
only taken 96 sessions for me to hear from my dad.
You hear. Dull, 9 hells, thank the gods. Please be well, and yes, of course. But I know Atlantis is with you, and we can forge her.
Oh.
And with that revelation, that is where we're calling tonight's session.
Yeah. He just slaps a forge onto any of his problems.
Apparently.
That's why he got so into forged.
As we get to the end of the session,
my god.
thank you for playing with me. To those of you who are at home or at work watching, hi Penn, hi Emily, hi Klaus, hi
we
everybody
can
else. We
fix her.
love you all.
We have the technology.
And I'll see you next time.